My name is Ryan Stouffer. I've lived in Farmville, Virginia for 6 years now, going on 7, and I've lived at this house specifically here on Timber Creek in Farmville for 5 years. I'm an associate professor of communication studies now at Longwood University, just down the road. Some of my hobbies in my free time include gardening. The advantage of a pandemic this year, I had time to put a huge new garden in the back of the yard here. I also enjoy playing golf when that works out here, playing sports, watching sports, doing with that, hanging out with my children. I realized I needed a new roof when we bought the house. The home inspector who was there, who came highly recommended, was up in the attic and is like, well, it's improperly insulated. You probably got a little damage there. And honestly, you could just see by looking at the roof on the ground, there's some discoloration and things like that. And he expressed the idea that it needs to be on your radar, a new roof here in the next 5 or so years. During the hurricane that rolled through here in October of 2018, I think at this point. During the hurricane of October of 2018, we had a few shingles blow off. And so I attempted to fix them myself, and I got on the roof and panicked and realized I'm now afraid of heights. I never used to be, but I am now. And so I found a local roofer to fix those shingles and also just kind of, give the roof a once over. And he's like, yeah, I'd say you got about 2 to 3 years left on the roof here. And so it's kind of been in the market there for a while. We realized we needed one. And our inspiration right now is we actually got solar panels put on the roof. And in talking with the solar panel company here and going with them, it quickly realized there was no point in putting solar panels on a roof that needed to be replaced in 2 to 3 years. So we just decided to do the whole thing here at once and get the new roof and get the solar panels on here and just kind of be proactive with that. The process of finding a roofing contractor was actually extremely easy for me. I contacted a couple of solar companies here and said, do you do this or work with roofing companies that do? They both said yes. The final company we went with, Cenvar Solar, had a previous relationship with Cenvar Roofing and had worked with them in the past. And so we had a little bit of rigmarole with the coronavirus hitting right in the beginning of our home improvement project. But eventually Cenvar was able to hook us up with Cenvar and connect us with them. And that was kind of how we found Cenvar. The process of getting a new roof, I was actually pretty comfortable with. Again, Cenvar had worked with Cenvar in the past, and they said they highly recommended them. I, of course, did some Googling of Cenvar before I agreed, and their reviews online were great. Their website was very descriptive in terms of what they did. The price, honestly, when I forget the gentleman's name, I think it's Tyler. The price when Tyler came out, he was very professional. Again, we're in the middle of a pandemic, but he was really good about that. Took a look at everything, measured everything, and gave me what I thought was a very competitive price. It was actually $2,000 less than I had budgeted for the roof, so I was very happy about that. And he seemed very knowledgeable in terms of what he did. And we had another roof quote here too, so it was interesting to see what he said we needed versus what the other company said we needed. And actually, again, they came in less and seeming that they were not attempting to upsell me. The other company, we had a budget and they somehow found out about it and they sold us everything they said right up to that budget. Where Cenvar wasn't aware of that. They came in at a very nice number, and I asked him about a couple things that the other company said we needed. And he's like, no, those are not things in my professional opinion you need. So between the reviews online, the Cenvar recommendation, and just Tyler's professionalism and frankness during the initial visit, I was very comfortable with the choice of Cenvar. My experience with the project manager on the first day of the project was a bit unique. The forecast for the week they were going to work was awful. It was supposed to rain Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. But of course, we had been waiting a few months because Cenvar was really busy. Obviously, clearly highly recommended around in other parts as well too. So it was our opportunity. I wanted to get them here. So the crew actually showed up first before the project manager, and it was raining at that time. And I'm like, are you guys still gonna do this? And they're like, we hope to. And so they just kind of waited for it to rain out. And then the project manager showed up a little bit later. He had quite a drive here, almost a 2-hour drive to get here. And he was fine, very professional here. And so I actually had to go to work, but they waited it out. It stopped sprinkling. They really got about a third of the project done on Monday. Did a good job with that. And then we had, the rest of the week was challenging. Tuesday we were rained out, Wednesday we were rained out, Thursday we were rained out. But then Friday, thankfully, the weather worked out in our favor and they were able to come back. And they put in a long day. It was hot. It was already, I think, 80 degrees and they were on top of the roof. So I'm sure it's over 100 degrees up there. And I think they worked from like 8 a.m. to like 7 p.m. on Friday to finish up. But they finished up and got the job done on that Friday. The crew was great. They were very professional. And we were doing this all in the time of Corona. But they were very good about in terms of being safe about that. And, the overall yeah, getting the process done was my favorite part, but I would definitely recommend Cenvar to others looking to do the roof. The roof looks great. The price was very competitive. They have a good reputation, so I was very happy with Cenvar, and I would definitely recommend Cenvar to other people looking to get their roof replaced.